Security communication and report writing. Dear participants, you're welcome to the Allogene Academy online program. Please pay attention to this course. Course objectives. The course objectives of this program are: define security communication and report writing, emphasizing their importance in security operations. Identify and implement key aspects of effective security communication. Master best practices for writing various types of security reports using standard formats. And understand and adhere to legal standards and protocols in security report writing. The course outcome. At the end of this course, the expected outcome of this course are: participants will clearly understand the definitions and importance of security communications and report writing. Participants will effectively identify and apply key aspects of security communications in their roles. Participants will be proficient in writing structured, concise, and accurate security reports. And participants will adhere to legal standards, ensuring accurate and unbiased reporting in security operations. Course outline. Module 1, Introduction to Security Communication. Definition of terms. Key aspects of security communication and best practices for security report writing in security operations. Module 2, the importance of effective communication in security operations, under which we have situational awareness, incident response and management, coordination and collaboration, policy implementation and compliance, risk management, incident reporting and documentation, building trust and confidence, crisis communication, and finally, technology and tools integration. Module 3, essential components of a security report. This include standard structure for security reports. Module 4, types of security reports, under which we have incident reports, vulnerability assessment report, risk assessment report, compliance report. Module 5, case study. And in Module 5, we'll observe the case study of a poorly written report. And case study 2, effective security report. Module 1, Introduction to Security Communication. Definition of terms. Security communication. Security communication refers to the strategies, methods, and technologies used to ensure the safety and secure exchange of information. This encompasses a broad range of practices aimed at protecting information from unauthorized access, interception, and tampering. Security report writing. Security report writing involves creating detailed documents that describes security-related events, incidents, assessments, and findings. These reports are essential for communicating critical information to relevant stakeholders such as management, security teams, regulatory bodies, and sometimes the public. Key aspects of security communication. Key aspects of security communication. 1. Confidentiality. Ensuring that information is only accessible to those authorized to see it. This is often achieved through encryption, which scrambles data so that only those with the correct decryption key can read it. 2. Integrity. Ensuring that information has not been altered in transit. Techniques like hashing and digital signature can verify that the content has not been tampered with. 3. Authentication. Verifying the identities of the parties involved in communication. This can involve passwords, biometrics, two-factor authentication, and certificates. 4. Non-repudiation. Ensuring that a sender cannot deny having sent a message and that the recipient cannot deny having received it. This is typically achieved through digital signatures and login mechanisms. 5. Availability. Ensuring that information and communication channels are available when needed. This involves protecting against denial of service attacks and ensuring network reliability and redundancy. 6. Access control. Managing who has access to what information. This can include role-based access control, discretionary access control, and mandatory access control. Best practices for security report writing. Clarity and precision. Use clear and concise language. Avoid jargons unless it is industry standard and understood by the audience. Accuracy. Ensure all facts and data are accurate and verifiable. Objectivity. Present information objectively without bias. Stick to the facts and avoid speculation. Confidentiality. Handle sensitive information appropriately. Follow organizational policies on the dissemination and storage of security reports. Structure. Follow a logical structure to make the report easy to navigate. Use headings and subheadings to organize content. Actionability. Provide clear, actionable recommendations that stakeholders can implement. Visual aids. Use diagrams, charts, and tables to present data effectively. Visual aids can help clarify complex information and highlight key points. Review and edit. Thoroughly review and edit the report for errors and clarity before finalizing it. Consider peer reviews to ensure completeness and accuracy. What we have learned. Security communications refers to the strategies, methods, and technologies used to ensure the safety and secure exchange of information. Security report writing involves creating detailed documents that describes security-related events, incidents, assessments, and findings. Key aspects of security communications are confidentiality, integrity, authentication, non-repudiation, availability, and access control. The best practices in security report writing are clarity and precision, accuracy, objectivity, confidentiality, structure, actionability, visual aids, and review and edit. A quick test. 1. What is the correlation between security communication and security report writing? 2. List the key aspects of security communication. 3. Mention 3 best practices in security report writing. Model 2. The importance of effective communication in security operations. The importance of effective communication. One, coordination and collaboration. Teamwork. Security operations often involve multiple teams and individuals, including internal security staff, external partners, and emergency responders. Resource allocation. Effective communication helps in the efficient allocation of resources, ensuring that personnel and equipment are deployed where they are most needed. 2. Incident response and management. Timely response. It ensures that the right people are informed immediately and that appropriate actions are taken without delay. Minimizing impact. Effective communication can help contain and mitigate the impact of security incidents by ensuring a well-coordinated response. 3. Situational awareness, real-time information. Keeping all stakeholders informed with real-time updates allows for a better understanding of the current situation, ensuring more informed decision-making. Threat identification. Effective communication aids in the early identification and reporting of potential threats, allowing for proactive measures to be taken. 4. Policy implementation and compliance. Clear guidelines. Communicating security policies and procedures clearly ensures that all personnel understand their roles and responsibilities, leading to better compliance. Training and awareness. Regular communication and training sessions help maintain a high level of security awareness among staff, reducing the likelihood of human errors. 5. Risk management. Risk assessment. Effective communication is necessary for conducting thorough risk assessments, as it involves gathering and analyzing information from various sources. Mitigation strategies. Sharing information about potential risks and vulnerabilities enables the development and implementation of effective mitigation strategies. 6. Incident reporting and documentation. Accurate records. Clear and precise communication ensures that all security incidents are accurately documented, which is essential for analysis, legal purposes, and improving future responses. Learning from incidents. Detailed reports and debriefs communicated effectively help in learning from past incidents and improving future security measures. Seven, building trust and confidence. Transparency. Open communication fosters trust and confidence among employees, clients, and stakeholders, which is crucial for maintaining a secure environment. Stakeholders assurance. Regular updates and clear communication with stakeholders reassures them that security is a priority and is being managed effectively. 8. Crisis communication. Managing public perception. During a security crisis, effective communication with the public and media is essential to manage perception, provide accurate information, and prevent panic. Internal communication. Ensuring that all internal stakeholders are informed and aligned reduces confusion and help maintain order during crisis. 9. Technology and tools integration. Utilizing communication tools. Leveraging communication technologies such as secure messaging apps, incident management systems, and communication platforms enhances the efficiency and effectiveness of security operations. Interoperability, ensuring that different communication tools and systems used by various teams are interoperable, helps in seamless information exchange. What we have learned. The importance of effective communication are coordination and collaboration, incident response and management, situational awareness, policy implementation and compliance, incident reporting and documentation, building trust and confidence, crisis communication, and technology and tools integration. A quick test. 1. Why is coordination and collaboration important in effective communication? 2. What is the importance of incident reporting and documentation effective communication? 3. List 3 importance of effective communication apart from those mentioned in number 1 and 2. Module 3. Essential component of a security report. Structure and formats. Standard formats for security reports. Structure and formats. Standard formats for security reports. When writing security reports, adhering to a standard structure and format ensures clarity, completeness, and professionalism. Below is a standard format for writing security reports. 1. Title page. Report title clearly indicate the type of report, for example, security incident report. Date, the date the report is completed. Author, the name and title of the person writing the report. An organization, the name of the organization or department. 2. Table of contents. Sections and page number. List all the sections and their corresponding page numbers for easy navigation. 3. Executive summary. Overview. A brief summary of the report's purpose, key findings, and recommendations. Key points. Highlight the most critical information and action required. 4. Introduction. Purpose. Explain why the report is being written. Scope. Define the boundaries and focus of the report. Objectives. State what the report aims to achieve. Then background. Provide context and any relevant history or background information. 5. Methodology. Approach. Describe the methods and tools used to gather data and conduct the investigation or assessment. Scope of work. Detail what was included and excluded in the assessment. Limitations. Mention any constraints or limitations encountered during the process. 6. Findings. Detailed description. Provide a comprehensive account of the findings. Evidence. Include logs, screenshots, data, and any other supporting materials. Analysis. Interpret the data and explain what the findings mean in the context of the organization's security posture. 7. Impact assessment. Severity. Rate the severity of the findings. For example, low, medium, high, critical. Implications. Discuss the potential impact on the organizations. For example, operational, financial, reputational. 8. Recommendations. Immediate actions. List actions that need to be taken immediately to mitigate risk. Long-term measures. Suggest long-term strategies and improvements to prevent reoccurrence. Prioritization. Rank recommendations by priority to help focus efforts. Nine. Conclusion. Summary. Recap the main points of the report. Final thoughts. Provide any final insights or considerations. 10. Appendices. Supporting documents. Include detailed logs, raw data, interview notes, etc. Glossary. Define technical terms and acronyms used in the report. References. Cite any source or references used in the report. What we have learned. When writing security reports, adhering to a standard structure and format ensures clarity, completeness, and professionalism. The standard formats in writing a security report include title page, table of contents, executive summary, introduction, methodology and findings, impact assessment, recommendations, conclusions, and appendices. A quick test. 1. What is the role of executive summary in the structure and format of security report? 2. Why is a table of contents crucial in the structure and format of security report? And 3. What are the components of appendices in a security report? Module 4. Types of security reports. Types of security reports. When writing security reports, adhering to a standard structure and format ensures clarity, completeness, and professionalism. Below are commonly used formats for various types of security reports, each detailed to its specific purpose. Incident report. Detailed account of specific security incidents, including response, actions, and outcomes. Vulnerability assessment report. Analysis of vulnerability identified in systems and networks, along with mitigation recommendations. Risk assessment reports. Evaluation of potential risk to the organization's assets and operations, with suggestions for risk management strategies. Compliance report. Documentation of compliance with relevant laws, regulations, and standards. Audit report. Findings from security audits and assessments of security controls and processes. One, incident report. In an incident report, we have 1, title page. Report title. For example, Security Incident Report. Date of the report. Author's name and title. Organization name. 2, executive summary. This will include brief overview of the incident, key findings and immediate actions taken, and recommendations. 3, introduction. We introduce the purpose of the report, the scope and objectives, background information on the incident. 4, incident details, in which we include the date and time of the incident, location, description of the incident, involved parties, examples, employees or third parties, and finally, initial detection and response action. Five, investigation. An investigation will include the methodology, how the investigation was conducted, evidence collected, for example, logs, interviews, CCTV footage, analysis of evidence. 6, findings. Detailed account of what happened. Root cause analysis. Impact assessment. Operational, financial, reputational. 7, recommendations. In the recommendations, we include the immediate corrective actions, long-term preventive measures, suggested changes to policies and procedures. Number 8, conclusion. which comprises summary of key points, final thoughts on the incidents. Number 9, appendices, which includes additional supporting documents, for example, screenshots and logs, and contact information of involved parties. Still on types of security reports, we have a second example, which is 2, vulnerability assessment report. Following the same format, we have 1, title page. Report title. Example, vulnerability assessment report. Date of the report, author's name and title, organization name, and 2, executive summary. Summary of the key findings, high-level recommendations. 3, introduction. We introduce the purpose of the report, the scope and objectives, background information. 4, assessment methodology. Tools and techniques used. Assessment timeline and scope of systems and networks tested. Five, findings. List of identified vulnerabilities. Description of each vulnerability. Severity ratings. For example, low, medium, high, critical. Impact analysis. 6, remediation recommendations. This includes specific actions to address each vulnerability, prioritization of remediation efforts, suggested timeline for remediation. 7, conclusion, under which we have summary of key findings and recommendations. Final thoughts on the assessment. 8, appendices, which includes detailed scan results, technical details of vulnerabilities, additional supporting information. 3, risk assessment report. In risk assessment reports, following the same format, we start with 1, title page. Report title. Example, risk assessment report. We have the date of the report, the author's name and title, the organization name, and in 2, we have executive summary, which includes overview of key risks identified, high-level recommendations. 3, introduction, in which we introduce the purpose of the report, scope and objectives, background information. And in 4, we have risk assessment methodology, which includes risk identification process, risk analysis techniques, risk evaluation criteria, five, findings, area of compliance, areas of non-compliance, detailed description of non-compliance issues, impact assessments, and 6, recommendations, which will recommend specific actions to achieve compliance. Prioritization of efforts, suggested timeline for compliance. 7, conclusions, which includes summary of key findings and recommendations. Final thoughts on the compliance status. 8, appendices, which has detailed compliance checklist. Supporting documents, regulatory references. 4, compliance report. 1, title page. Report title. Example, compliance report. Date of the report. Author's name and title. Organization name. 2, executive summary. Summary of compliance status. Key findings and recommendation. 3, introduction. Purpose of the report. Scope and objectives. Background information on relevant regulations. 4, compliance methodology. Description of the compliance assessment process. Tools and techniques used. Scope of assessment. And finally, statutory and legal considerations. Number 5, findings, under which we have list of identified risks, description of each risk, likelihood and impact assessment, risk rating. For example, low, medium, high. 6, risk mitigation strategies. Recommended actions to mitigate each risk. Prioritization of mitigation efforts. Suggested timeline for implementation. Seven, conclusion. Summary of key findings and recommendations. Final thoughts on the risk assessment. 8, appendices. Detailed risk matrix. Additional supporting documents. Risk assessment tools and templates used. What we have learned. There are different types of security reports, such as incident reports, vulnerability assessment reports, risk assessment reports, and compliance reports. However, they all maintain a standard structure and format for security reports. A quick test. 1. What is the difference between an incident report and a compliance report? 2. What makes vulnerability assessment report unique from risk assessment report? 3. List the common factors in incident report and risk assessment report. Module 5, Case Study. Case Study 1, Poorly Written Report. Scenario: an incident occurred at a manufacturing plant in Lagos, Nigeria, where unauthorized individuals breached the perimeter fence and stole valuable equipment. Security personnel on duty documented the incident in a report, which was later reviewed by the management and legal team. Poorly written report. Title: Incident Report, Theft. Date: April 5, 2024. Time: 2 a.m. Location: Manufacturing Plant, Lagos. Reported by John Doe, Security Officer. Body of report. At around 2 a.m., some people entered the plant and took some equipment. I saw them but couldn't stop them. They left quickly and I called the police. They took the equipment and ran away. I informed my supervisor. Conclusion: the equipment was stolen. Police came later. Signed, John Doe. Case Study 1, Consequences. 1. Lack of specific details. The report lacks specific details such as the exact number of intruders, description, specific items stolen, and how the breach occurred. This lack of detail makes it difficult for the management and police to understand the full extent of the incident and respond effectively. 2. Inadequate evidence documentation. There is no mention of any evidence collected, such as surveillance footage, footprints, or other physical evidence. This omission can hinder the investigation and reduce the chances of recovering the stolen item. 3. Absence of timeline and sequence of events. The report fails to provide a clear timeline of events, making it hard to piece together the sequence of the intrusion and subsequent actions taken by the security personnel. This ambiguity can lead to misunderstandings and miscommunications among the security teams and investigators. 4. Legal and operational implication. The poorly written report may not meet legal standards, potentially compromising any legal actions taken against the intruders. Management may lose confidence in the security team's ability to handle and report incidents effectively, leading to potential disciplinary action or restructuring. Case study 2. Effective security report. Scenario: an incident occurred at a manufacturing plant in Lagos, Nigeria, where unauthorized individuals breached the perimeter fence and stole valuable equipment. Security personnel on duty documented the incident in a report which was later reviewed by the management and legal team. Properly written report. Title: Incident Report, Theft at Manufacturing Plant. Date: April 5, 2024. Time: 0200 hours. Location: ABC Manufacturing Plant, Lagos. Report by John Doe, Security Officer. Incident Summary. At approximately 2:00 hours on April 5, 2024, an unauthorized entry occurred at the ABC manufacturing plant in Lagos. Multiple individuals breached the perimeter fence and stole valuable equipment from the storage area. Details of the incident. Intruder description: 3 individuals, all male, approximately 5 feet 10 inches tall, wearing dark clothing and mask. Method of entry: the intruders cut through the south perimeter fence using wire cutters. Stolen items: 5 industrial grade laptops, 3 power generators. Timeline of events: 0155 hours. Noticed suspicious movement near the south fence on surveillance camera. At 2:00 hours, intruders breached the fence and entered the storage area. At 2:05 hours, I observed the theft but was unable to intervene due to being outnumbered. At 2:10 hours, intruders exited the premises with the stolen items and fled in a white van, license plate number not visible. 02:15 hours, immediately called the police and reported the incident. 02:20 hours. Informed my supervisor, Mr. James Brown, about the incident. Action taken. Called the police immediately after the intruders left. Notified my supervisor and other relevant personnel. Secured the scene to prevent further contamination of evidence. Collected surveillance footage and documented footprints near the breach point. Provided initial statement to the responding police officer upon the arrival at 14:45 hours. Case study 2, conclusion. In conclusion, the intruders managed to steal several high-level items before fleeing the scene. Surveillance footage and physical evidence, footprints, court fence were secured and handed over to the police for further investigation. Additional security measures are recommended to prevent future breaches. Signed, John Doe. Thank you for your attention. I hope you have gained ample knowledge on security communication and report writing. Please click on the link in the description below to access the assessment form where you are to fill in your answers to the quick test questions in this course.